All right. It was written, Nas. Long overdue. Somebody tweeted at me this morning after I posted the album cover. Criminally overdue. Yes, this is an accurate statement. I wish I could offer any kind of explanation or reason as to why it took so long to get here. But really, there isn't. It's just been people request this, new albums come out. That leads. It's just, this is the road that it's been on for whatever reason. It's taken this long to get to Nas's second album, and I'm sure there are people out there. Yeah, but Bob, you've done 3 of Future and what. It is what it is. I do apologize though. I do feel a little badly for taking so long. A couple caveats: the kitties are in full zoomy mode, so hopefully I don't have to pause my own video. Yeah, they're going nuts. Anyway. And also, I am fighting something. I came home early yesterday from work, used some sick time, just went to bed. I'm just tired, achy. I don't know what it is. And it's like the first time in 3 or 4 months. My wife and son have been sick all winter, basically. And I never really caught any. There's a couple times I thought I was getting it, but no, didn't get it. And so now I don't know what's going on. So I'm pretty tired. I'm not going to do any music videos. I didn't even look them up. I'm just going to do the album. Hopefully I don't come off as too low energy. Fortunately, my standard style is pretty laid back anyway. It's not like I'm going nuts like Young Dabo or Mercurial 6 or something like that. Those guys are very high energy. Saw some other tweets regarding this album as well. People saying, Nas, this is, it was written, their favorite album by Nas, which is peculiar. Surprising because, with Illmatic, which I put on this morning, I listened to. Again, it'd been a little while. Good album. Very good album. But with Illmatic, man, it's been so elevated into the hip-hop, whatever you want to call it. It's like a relic, like a revered relic. You're not allowed to touch it, not allowed to criticize it. It is just one of those godly tier albums, all-time greats, all that other thing. So when I hear people say, oh no, I like this one more. Really? Okay. It's a little longer, 58 minutes, 14 tracks. Got some features in here. Dr. Dre, I see. Foxy Brown's in here. Lauryn Hill, Mobb Deep. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I guess we'll just drop in, and hopefully I'm not too exhausted. Hopefully the kitties aren't too crazy. Maybe the energy between the cats and myself will balance out somehow. Track 1 is called Album Intro. It's 2.5 minutes and rolls into the message. We'll see if I was going to say I won't pause the intro. I'll just let it roll into the next song. But I think at minimum I won't pause between tracks. So maybe I'll stop in the middle of the intro if there's something to say. And we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Finally getting to It Was Written. Track 1, album intro, dropping in a little bit more Nas. About time.
Damn, man. I can't take it, man. Sure can't. You think this is gonna ever change? Man, damn this place, man. Damn these chains. These damn chitlins every damn night. Shit. Promised Land calling me, man.
Ain't no place for black folk here. It seems like they're doing some sort of skit.
Hey, man. Hey, damn these chains, man.
I was thinking initially, all the sound of the background, I didn't realize it was like a Whipmaster or whatever. I thought it was like, when I heard the yeehaw, I thought it was like, oh, they've got the TV on or something. And maybe but this seems more like a skit. Pretty obvious, I bet, to everybody who's heard this album 1,000 times. It takes me a minute to catch on, y'all.
You master, you ain't my master, man. You ain't that, man. You ain't that. Get the dogs. Get the house. We gonna have ourselves a hanging tonight.
It's fucking crazy that shit's real, man.
1996. What the deal, baby? Back up in this nigga.
96.
The right way, though, you know?
Almost 30 years old. Cool being here.
It was all written.
No question. I'm saying, man. I mean, how we playing, man? You know what I'm saying? They dealt this in, son. But they playing with a 54 deck and see what the jokers in and anything. You know what I'm saying? See through all that, you know what I'm saying?
No question.
All I see is, son, you know what we playing.
Yo, no doubt. In the Quran it says Nas, the men, Nisa's the woman. You know, it was written.
Dropping into the message, track 2, produced by Trackmasters. Actually, I will, since it wasn't really, I figured it was going to be like a sharp transition into it. I'm going to back this up and we'll start from the beginning. I want to overthink this opening skit in relation to what he's saying here. Talking about there's no place for black people, and it sounds like, if I were to assume the skit is like on some sort of plantation or something like that, right? But they're as slaves here, and then they're talking about they dealt us in. They're playing with the 54 deck with the Joker. I'm playing with the 52. So it's almost like some sort of because without light, no order. These cats are slipping through. They got the rules, but it sounds like almost like a balance of power, like power balance being out of whack. Maybe, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Maybe. I'm also tired. I'm fucking tired. Like I can tell my brain just ain't working. The kiddies are not tired. All right, here's track 2. We'll drop into track 2, the message, and we'll see what happens here.
Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. CB4 gusto, your luck low. I didn't know till I was drunk though. You freak niggas played out, get fucked and ate out. Prostitute turned bitch, I got the gauge out. 96 ways I made out. Montana way, the good FELLA. Verbal AK spray, dip detach. Jump out the range, empty out the ashtray. A glass of Zay, making mad cats display. Red dot plots,
that
murder
guitar.
schemes, 32 shotguns. Regulate with my thuns, 17 rocks gleam for one ring. Hey, let me let y'all niggas know one thing. There's one life, one love, so there can only be one king. The highlights of living, Vegas style, roll dice and linen.
I like what they're doing with the drum beat too.
20 G bets, I'm winning them.
This is fucking legit.
Lex with TV
This
sets
is
the
legit.
minimum. Ill sex, adrenaline, party with villains. A case of demisec to chase the henny wet any click with the semi-tech who want it. Yo, overnight thugs bug cause they ain't promise shit. Hungry ass hooligans, stay on that piranha shit.
Sleep is the cause of the death. Fucking amazing beat. That little bit of guitar is fantastic. I don't know what this higher note is. Drum beat, nice and clean. God
I was
damn.
in the Jeep, sunk in the seat, tinted with heat, beats bumping. Across the street, you was wildin', talking about how you ran to Allen in '89, laying up, playing the yard with crazy shine. I cocked the baby 9, that nigga gravy mine, clinked him. What was he thinking on my corner when it's baby time? Dug him, you owe me cousin, something told me plug him. So dumb, felt my leg burn, then it got numb. Spun around and shot one, heard shots and dropped, son. Caught a hot one. Somebody take this biscuit before the cops come. Then they came asking me my name, what the fuck? I got stitched up and went through. Left the hospital that same night, what? Got my gat back, time to backtrack. I had to drop, so how the fuck I get clapped? Contemplating war, niggas I was cool with before. We used to score together, uptown, copping the war. But a thug changes, and love changes, and best friends become strangers.
Best friends become strangers.
Illmatic nigga, it was written though. It's been a long time coming. Y'all fake niggas trying to copy. Better come with the real though. Fake ass niggas, yo.
Slug, you throwing them back. What?
Bringing shit, man. Live, man. 9-6 shit.
The message gets a heart for sure. Obviously. Obviously. Fucking obvious statement of the year right there. I was thinking about this track is a departure in just Nas himself in terms of what he's talking about, because I remember when I did Biggie, I did Tupac, Jay-Z, this one, kind of all together in roughly the same amount of time. Oh, Kendrick too, that was To Pimp a Butterfly. God, that was a long time ago. Oh, fuck. Over 2 years, I think, since I did that run. And I remember saying it was like Tupac was a soldier, like boots on the ground. Jay-Z was like a general, like kind of overlooking everything, you know, calling shots and this, in terms of their presentation of their environment. And then Nas was almost like a field reporter, like just in there, you know, not actually fighting, but in there recording everything, talking about everything that's happening. But on this one, he's fighting. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean soldier type of fighting. You know, there's two types of fighting. There's, you know, offense and defense, right? And so it's not so much that he's on the offensive, but this second verse, I peeped you front and I was in the Jeep, sunk in the seat, tinted with heat, beats bumping across the street. You was wildin'. Talking about how you ran the island. I cocked baby 9. His grave's going to be mine. Clanked him, what was he thinking? On my corner when it's pay me time. Something told me plug. I'm so dumb. Felt my leg burn, then it got numb. Spun around, shot one. So he gets shot in the leg. I'm just wondering. I mean, I'm assuming this is a true story. I guess. I assume. Goes to the hospital. It went through. He gets stitched up. The cops are asking him, you know, what's your name? What the fuck? Had the drops. So how the fuck I get clapped? You know, that's a great little question right there. Like, he's stalking this guy, and then all of a sudden he gets jumped somehow. Black was in the cheap watch. All he sees speed by was a brown Datsun, and nobody in my hood's got one. Huh. That clown person's through, ablazing at his crew daily. The bridge touched me up severely. So it's basically, this verse kind of surprises me a little bit because it's less of a like field reporter style type thing and more of an aggressor soldier on the ground type thing. And I'm not saying that's necessarily good or bad. I'm just noticing that change from Illmatic. I love the good fella verbal AK spray. God, that beat was fantastic. I just want to listen to that over and over again for like an hour. The message. What was the message, though? Basically, all the fakes, right? Thugs. You thugs. Kid, I almost accidentally said it right there. Oh, shit. I almost said it. I'm going to have to be careful today. I am, like, mentally just not there. Doing your thing, survive, you know what I'm saying? To all my thorough people in New York and worldwide. Illmatic, but it was written, though. It's been a long time coming. All you fake people trying to copy better come through with the real. Bring that shit. All right. Great opener to the album. Let's move on to track 3, which is called Street Dreams, which feels like it's produced by Trackmasters. Street Dreams kind of feels like a play off of the title Sweet Dreams. You know, the Eurythmics. Sweet dreams are made of these. But probably no relation. I just, you know, it popped in my mind. All right, here we go. Track 3, Street Dreams. Ah, it is. Okay, cool. Looking for something. Nice. That's funny. All right, I fucking called it. That's awesome. Who am I to disagree? Fucking hey, dude. Cool. I just talked through the whole thing. I apologize.
My man put me up for the share, 1/4 of a square, headed for Delaware with one change of gear. Nothing on my mind but the dime sack we blaze, with the glaze in my eye that we find when we crave dollars and cents. A fugitive with 2 attempts, Jake's had no trace of the face, now they drew a print. God's sake, what a nigga gotta do to make $500,000 without the FBI?
Without the FBI catching feelings. This beat. This beat makes me think of Knight Rider. Dun it. I don't even remember how the Knight Rider beat goes, but it has that very distinct bass line. It kind of makes me think of that, not of the Eurythmics track. You know, I want to say every now and then on these reactions, I'll say something and then, you know, I move into the next song or whatever, and it kind of comes up and I'm like, God damn, like lucky call type of thing. And I every now and then I wonder if people are thinking, oh, Bob's cheating. He's looking ahead or who knows what. Whether you believe me or not, I swear to God, I had no idea he was going to do some, an interpolation of Sweet Dreams. So that was just a straight up lucky guess on my part. This bass line, God, I am all fucked up. I feel so weird right now. My head is just like spinning. Not like dizziness, but my thoughts. I can't fucking lasso a single thought at a time right now. God's sakes. What's a person got to do to make $500,000 without the FBI catching feelings? I love that. That's a great line. Let's keep rolling. I need to shut up and just listen for a bit more.
My man saw it like Dionne wore it. A wiser team for a wiser dream we could all score with. The cartel, Argentina,
cool beat
cope
too.
with the Nina. Up in the hotel, smoking on Sesamina. Trina got the fish scale between her. The way the bitch shook her ass, showed the dogs never seen her. She got me back living sweeter. Fresh Caesar, guess David Robinson's, Wally Moccasins. Bitches blow me while I'm hopping in the drop top PM. Word is born, son, I had that bitch down on my shit like this. Street dreams all made up these. Niggas push beamers at 300.
Cool. Kind of like cool version of the Sweet Dreams. Street Dreams. Is that like a flute in there too? It sounds great.
Growing up, project struck, looking for luck, dreaming, scoping at large niggas beaming. Check what I'm seeing. Cars, ghetto stars, pushing ill Europeans. G'ing, heard about them old timers ODing. Street dreams all made of these. Niggas push beamers at 300 E's. A drug dealer's destiny is reaching.
That reminds me of Dr. Dre, Chronic. But this came out before Chronic 2001. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what's throwing me off. Pause real quick before this little skit. There's a track on 2001, Chronic 2001, and the way Nas is doing his thing here sounds very similar to what whoever it was. It wasn't Dre. It was somebody else doing their bit. I don't even remember the track. I don't remember how it goes. But the vocal style, the flow, everything, it sounds extremely similar. And this came out before that. So I'm not saying Nas is copying anybody. I'm saying the guy's copying Nas a bit on this one. All right. It's fucking with my head. I'm like, I've heard this song before, even though I had not heard this song before.
Yeah, nigga, what? Oh, please, boy, what?
Yo, sir. Yo,
come on, let's get
lay them,
that
son. Look, we on his back right now. Yo, we gotta get
Ongoing screaming.
Yo, come on, run, yo. We get rid of the heat, yo. Get rid of that heat, yo. Ass gotta suck.
Come on, do that.
You gotta bounce, yo. Let's bounce.
So I'm not an expert at committing murders in the street. I left that life behind long ago, right? But I will say, if you ever commit crimes like that, first of all, please don't. But second of all, it's not the best strategy to just drop the gun on the ground. You at least throw it in the river, you know? I mean, come on. Throw it in the river. Although I guess if you're concerned you're going to get pinched right away, you don't have the option of throwing it in the river. I like watching mafia movies and stuff. Goodfellas, and I'm a big fan of The Sopranos. Great show. And they always toss their shit in the river. Yeah, I think it's a better idea. I don't know if it's just in my head, if I'm all just dazed out, but I feel like there's a duality existing here, not necessarily a duality, but well, I guess it would be duality, but like a double message. Because on the surface, I feel like Nas in this album, compared to what he was doing in Illmatic, thematically, lyrically, what he's saying, I feel like he's taken a turn and gone a little bit more gangster style, I suppose, in what he's saying. But at the same time, I'm getting this just odd sensation that he's not into it. Like he doesn't necessarily like that. Like it's more something that's been forced upon him in a way. If that makes any sense. And I'm probably just talking out of my ass right now. But he's going through all this. He's talking about dollars and cents, a fugitive with 2 attempts. Jake had no trace of the face, but now they've got a print. I'm innocent till proven guilty. I'm going to try and get filthy. Purchase the club and start up a realty. Everything he's doing vocally sounds great. I like his flow. Good rhyming scheme, too. If I conceal my scheme, then precisely I'll build my cream. A little bit of not Wu-Tang there. The fish trip without a click. And he's talking about street dreams are made of these, you know, pushing Beamers, 300Es, all this stuff, right? He's making it sound like somewhat, well, I don't want to say he's glamorizing it, but he's, you know, these are I'm living the dream type of a thing. But it's also at the same time, it's not that great of a dream. You know, it's, especially with this, like, this outro skit, you know, shooting that guy, whatever's going on, right? And then, oh shit, we got to get out of here. Did somebody see it? Drop the gun. You know, let's go, let's go, let's go. Not the best dream. It's so I feel like the so far what I'm getting just from the album, from the first 3 tracks, is just kind of like double layer. There's like a surface layer, almost like the exterior, what I'm going to put on and show everybody. But then also this second layer of, man, this is how I feel though. What I feel ain't what I'm showing type of thing. Young, early 80s, throwing rocks at the crazy lady. Most neighborhoods during the crack epidemic of the 80s had plenty of old crazy ladies throw rocks at. Kids under 13 would throw rocks at her to evoke a response. Well, Nas may have been too young. So it's like is it like double meaning? Is it crack rocks and actual rocks? Maybe. I could see, like, if you're a dealer throwing a bag of crack at some crazy addict. Here, man, just fucking get out of here. Here, take it. Get out of here. Just leave your money on the ground. Here, get the fuck out of here. See, in this line right here, worshipping every word, them rope rockin' people gave me, the street raised me up, giving a fuck. I thought Jordans and gold chains was living it up. I thought. But see, it implies, you know, there's second thoughts now. I knew the dopes, the pushers, the addicts, everybody. Cut out of class just to smoke blunts and drink naughty. Ain't that funny? Getting put on a crack money with all the gunplay, painting the kettle black hungry. A case of beers in the steer camps. I wasted years. So he's just, every now and then, he's kind of leaving these little tidbits of regret underneath this layer of street dream. I'm glad I could find some lyrics to back up my claim, because I was like, am I just making this up? Am I so lost in my own head I'm just making this shit up? Okay, let's keep going. I've just been staring at the screen for a while. Cool song. I like that one. Track 4 is called I Gave You Power, produced by DJ Premier. Okay. All right. That's introducing, right? Hold on. I got to search this. I got intro. Oh, DJ Shadow is introducing. I love that album. I honestly prefer that over Donuts, but don't tell anybody, okay? And absolutely do not tell anybody on the internet. Well, keep it a secret. Okay, track 4, I Gave You Power.
Damn. Look how motherfuckers use a nigga. Just use me for whatever the fuck they want.
Okay, yeah. I am onto something.
I don't get to say shit. Just grab me. Just do what the fuck they want.
Sell me.
Away. Throw me away. Niggas just don't give a fuck about a nigga like me, right? Like I'm a gun. Shit. It's like I'm a motherfucking gun. I can't believe this shit.
Ha.
Word up. I seen some cold nights and bloody days. They grab me and bullet spray. They use me wrong, so I sing this song to this day. My body is cold steel for real. I was made to kill. That's why they keep me concealed under car seats. They sneak me in clubs. Been in the hands of mad thugs. They feed me when they load me with mad slugs. 17 precisely, one in my head. They call me Desert Eagle. Semi-auto with lead. I'm 7 inches, 4 pounds. Been through so many towns. Ohio to Little Rock to Canarsie. Living harshly, beat up and battered. They pull me out, I watch as niggas scattered. How you like me now? I go blow, it's that shit that moves crowds, making every ghetto foul. I might have took your first child, scarred your life, crippled your style. I gave you power, I made you buck wild. Always I'm in some shit. My abdomen is the clip, the barrel's my dick. Uncircumcised, pull my skin back and cock me. I bust off when they unlock me. Results of what happens to niggas shock me. I see niggas bleeding, running from me in fear. Stunningly tears fall down the eyes of these so-called tough guys. For years I've been used in robberies, giving niggas heart to follow me. Placing peoples in graves, funerals made cause I was sprayed. I was laid in a shelf with a grenade.
I don't know how I feel about this one. It's cool. I like this idea of a metaphor of, I'm assuming the metaphor being his music being used. Like, really what's getting me hung up, I'm overthinking it. I know I am. But, you know, where was it? It was something about people placing grave funerals because I was sprayed. I've been used in robberies. Now, obviously for a gun, that's pretty straightforward. But if the metaphor is to translate over to his music, I wonder if he's talking about people using, like, listening to his music while they go out and do these awful things. Like, I wonder if the metaphor really is supposed to be the idea of, you know, he wrote Illmatic and he said a lot of pretty positive things in that album. But then for somebody to take his positive music and go do something awful with it, and this is the important part, and say, oh man, yeah, that song like really put me on, it got me inspired, it got me fired. So I wonder if that's really what's going on. It's called I Gave You Power, but then people taking that and twisting it around and doing something awful that Nas would not want them to do, especially if they say they're inspired by his music and then they go do the thing. Cool metaphor. I really like the double layer, the double meaning that's existing in a lot of these lyrics, man. Let's keep going. I think we'll finish this up and see what else he says, because maybe I might be wrong too, but let's keep rolling.
You like me now? I go blind. What's that shit that moves crowds, making every ghetto foul?
I wish there's a little bit more variation in the beat.
I gave you power.
It's kind of looping around pretty quick.
How you like me now? I go blind. What's that shit that moves crowds, making every ghetto foul? I might have took your first child, scarred your life, or crippled your style. I gave you power. I made you buck wild. Yo, weeks been by and I'm surprised. Still stuck in the shelf with all the things that an outlaw hides. Besides me is bullets, 2 vests and then a 9 is a grenade in a box.
Maybe it's just a straight up metaphor for a gun and that's it.
He's rusty, it's clear, he's about to fall to pieces cause of his murder career. He pulled the trigger but I held on, it felt wrong, knowing niggas is waiting in hell for him. He squeezed harder, I didn't budge, sick of the blood, sick of the thug, sick of rap for the next man's grudge. What the other kid did was pull out, no doubt, I knew of me in better shape. Before he lit out, he led the chase. My owner fell to the floor, his wig split so fast I didn't know he was hit. It's over with, heard mad niggas screaming, niggas running, cops was coming. Now I'm happy until I felt somebody else grab me. Damn.
Interesting. So it might not even have anything to do with his music. I mean, the intro's talking about people just use me for whatever the fuck they want. I don't get to say shit. They use me, throw me away like a gun. So that's what makes me think he's doing a relation to his music. Let me read this summary here. The speaker takes out of an illegal handgun. Yeah, sure. No, I was around a lot of guns then. Guns were in my sleep, in my car, in my home. Guns were on my person. Guns were my friends, on my friends. That's how much they were around. There was so much around me. I rapped about it. It's crazy to think about it today, but it's my reality. It was in my head 24/7. DJ Premier says, I was on tour with Gangstar and I was just getting back. I was going right back out to Japan. I didn't have any time to make any other beats. But Nas said, I want to make a record as if I was a gun. Started messing around trying to figure out what he's going to do and finally figured it out. Okay. In the song, Nas stutters and he makes a mistake, but they kept it anyway. Okay. Nas, here's another quote from Nas. I was struggling with the fact that people wouldn't get it. That's why I said I was a gun in the intro. Okay. Okay. So it really is just a personification of a gun. There's not a second layer of meaning in terms of people listening to his music and using it in a way that he wouldn't want. I underestimate that the audience thinking they would get it was what I was talking about. They were telling me they're going to get it. And I'm like, no, they're not going to. So there's a debate on if people would understand the track or not. I suppose, if somebody... I would say, oh, it's so straightforward, but I'm also probably the guy who would be like, what's he talking about? If he didn't have the intro, right? Like it would probably, I wonder if I would have missed it. No, I think I probably would have picked it up because the gun part is pretty easy to dial into. I was more questioning the second part as if he was talking about, if he was doing a double meaning with his music. Okay. So pretty straightforward. I gave you power. Interesting track, man. I like this final verse where he's going on about, my creation was for blacks to kill blacks. It's gats like me that accidentally go off making people memories. This time it was done intentionally. He walked me outside, saw this cat, cocked back, said, you remember me? He pulled, but I held on. It felt wrong. So I kind of like this idea of him being a gun and just being like, no, I'm not going to let you kill somebody. I'm not going to let you kill anymore. But then, of course, the guy who has it gets killed himself. Of course, right? Huh. Okay. That was a cool track. I'm okay with that one. That was cool. Track 5 is called Watch Dem People. People, we'll say. Spotify has Foxy Brown listed in here as a feature. It's not on Genius here, but anyway, that's fine. All right, track 5, Watch Dem People. Oh yeah, I love bass lines, man. Every time. Cool bass line. Oh, there's some drop. Nice.
They never realize how real Nas is so decisive. It's just the likeness of Israelites miss that made me write this. A slight twist of lime rhyme. Be chasing down your prime time. Fool for thought, or rather mine. Juan the Don Juan features the freak shit. My thesis on how we creep quick. Fucking your wife, that ain't no secret. It's mandatory. See that pussy, they handed to me. I got no game, it's just some bitches understand my story. There ain't no drama that my niggas never handle for me. My gator brand is Maury, walking through rough land before me. Where the snakes put a smile on their face, hoping and praying I'm stuck. Scoping, they lay in the cut, weighing my luck. Player haters play this in cell blocks and rock stages. Winking at some female cops with cock gauges. Really it's papers I'm addicted to. Wasn't for rap, then I'll be sticking you. The mag inside the triple goose. Never personal, nowadays.
Never personal.
Watch them niggas that be close to you. And make sure they do what they supposed to do. Cause you know they be thinking about smoking you. Never personal, nowadays it's the way. How can I perfect this?
I'll back it up a second here. Never personal. Nowadays it's the ways. One movie I really, really like is Training Day with Denzel Washington and the white guy. I can't remember his name. Pretty good actor. But I don't. For those of you, if you've not seen that movie, watch Training Day. It's a great movie. But in the end, there's a scene where the one guy gets set up, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who has not seen it. But basically, a bunch of shit goes down. It's pretty intense. It's really intense scene. It's great. But then afterwards, one of the characters is like, "Hey, man, you know it wasn't personal, right? It was just business." And like, I don't know if that's better or worse. Imagine you find out someone's out to get you. They're trying to kill you. And then they're like, "Oh, well, it's nothing personal. It's just, for this reason. It's nothing. It's on principalities, Smokey. It's on principalities. Don't fuck with my emotions." Another great movie, Friday. I think it makes it worse. Like, what are you talking about? It ain't like if someone's gonna kill me because they just hate me for whatever reason, like, okay. I mean, that's not great either, right? But I don't know. Maybe it's easier for me to accept if it's like hate fueled or something, or like revenge or whatever. But just like, nah, it's just business. It's nothing personal. It's just these are my standards, and you crossed the line, and now I have to kill you, and that's it. Just and then afterwards I'll go get lunch. Like, nah. I don't know. I think that's worse. Anyway, there's my story. Wasn't that a great story, everybody? I am all fucked up. It's just seen songs so far. Great bass line, though.
CD cranking, doing 90 on the Franklin D. Roosevelt, no seatbelt, drinking and thinking. My man caught a bad one, son. Niggas is fighting secret indictments, as on the one seeking enlightenment. My Marauders says 7 to guard hour. That's if you follow tradition started by the school, not far from the Apollo. My fuck tomorrow motto through the eyes of Pablo Escobar, the desperado, word the custom motto. Gotta watch them niggas that's close to you.
Again, there's the layer of show, and then the layer underneath of the emotion.
Nowadays it's the ways. Watch them niggas that's close to you, and make sure they do what they supposed to do. From all the ice, wouldn't you know? You knew these niggas all your life. What made them mark you victim? You fucked up somewhere down the line. Now they had to target your wisdom. She took them to your place, straight to your safe. You doubted it could happen, sick of yapping, jumping your ride, headed to your side, puffing ganja. Get to your crib, can't find her. Just a reminder, shouldn't have your stash house where you crash out. Could've passed out, your coke is gone, now you ass out. Dead bitches tell no lies, you should use your eyes. Watch them niggas that's close to you. make sure they do what they supposed to do. Cause you know they be thinking about smoking you. Never personal, nowadays it's the ways.
Dude. You know, I'm starting to want to backtrack of what I said a little bit earlier about how it seemed like Nas is a little bit more aggressive and not so much of the perspective of like a field reporter on the ground. Maybe it is. It's just closer. Maybe I don't know how much of this story is true to Nas. Like if this is his life and this is what he was experiencing, or if it was just him literally watching it happen to a close friend, So you could still have really this perspective of on the ground field reporter type idea. But sometimes, just like in the news or in different stories, the report is so close, it's so firsthand. It's like you're living it yourself, It's wild world. I just can't imagine watching, especially like say you've got a group of 3 or 4 friends and you're all friends, and then you watch the one friend hunt the other friend down, type of thing. Like that's just I can't even process that. That's so outside of my realm. Your role is shining and thinking to yourself, nobody's taking mine. At the same time, your hoe is getting snatched from behind, put in a van. Where's the $100,000? Stripping her hand from all the ice. Wouldn't you know? You knew these people all your life. And that's something that's very true, isn't it? It comes up pretty often when it comes to stories you hear about like kidnapping or rape or whatever, like all these awful things. Most of the time it happens to people like they knew the perpetrator, like they knew them, they were in their life, like that. God damn, dude, there's some fucked up people out there. Living reckless, die for my necklace, crime infected, driving a Lexus with a death wish, jetting, checking my message on the speaker. I really liked his flow through this track. I'm really his rhyming scheme too is cool. There's something different about it that I'm enjoying. It's refreshing to me. It's been a while since I've really sat down and listened to Nas. CD cranking, doing 90 on the Franklin, D Roosevelt, no seatbelt, drinking and thinking, my man caught a bad one, son, people frightened. Secret indictments, ads on the one, seeking enlightenment. Good shit, man. Just in terms of the structure, the rhyming scheme, I like it. That one doesn't have a lot of listens either. Well, I guess it's got some. Let's keep going. Man, I'm taking forever, aren't I? 45 minutes to get through 5 songs. Jesus. Track 6 called Take It in Blood, produced by Top Gentle Sounds, Low Ground, and Live Squad. Okay, here we go. Track 6, Take It in Blood. Oh, that sounds familiar.
I made it like that. I bought it like that. I'm living like that. Yeah. I never brag, how real I keep it, cause it's the best secret. I rock a vest, prestigious, Cuban link flooded Jesus. Intellects watching Kathy Lee and Regis. My actions are one with the seasons, a text squeezing, executioner. Wintertime I rock a fuck, mega popular, center of attraction.
Oh, nice.
Climaxing, my bitches they be laughing. They hop from sniffing coke off a 20 cent Andrew Jackson. City lights spark a New York night. Rossi and Martini sipping, Sergio Tacchini flipping. Mad pies, low price, I blow dice and throw them. 45 by my scrotum, manifest to do or die slogan. My niggas rolling 10 M3s, 20 guards popping willies on Kawasaki's. Hip hop's got me on some more, spraying shots like a drum roll. Blanking out, never miscount the shells, my gun hole. I don't stunt, I
cool
regulate.
Beat.
Henny and Sprite, I separate.
Really cool
watching
beat.
crab niggas marinate. I'm all about text and good jokes and
That
sex.
higher note
Israelite
floating
books,
around
holding
adds a lot
government
to
names
it.
from Ness. MCs are crawling out every hole in the slum. You be alright like blood money in a pimp's cum.
Yeah. I don't want to know about that. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to look it up. God, why does that sound so familiar to me?
We're looking at the sky's moon roof, shitting like gin and prune juice. Yo, the system wants the coons news. Hang 'em high, courtrooms filled up is off the hook while I just wrote a statement like I'm facing 20 years in the basement. Chilling on the VI with Mumia, who wearing chrome. I told the judge snake sliver like Sharon Stone, but like Capone, I'm thrown. Yo, I made it like that, I bought it like that. I'm living like
This
that.
part is so familiar to me.
I made it like that, I bought it like that. I'm living like that.
But I have no idea. I don't know where I've heard it. There's got to be a hip hop track I've heard that the rhyming, the flow structure is like that. You know, the vocal inflection, the pacing, all that. That is so familiar to me. But I don't know that. You know, if I click the annotation, it talks about a sample from Cool Keith's verse, "Ease Back" by the Ultramatic MCs. I don't know that. I have no idea what that is. Take it in blood. Currency is made in the trust of the Messiah. I'm spending it to get higher. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Singing reasons why I'm up early, trustworthy as the 9 that busts early, sunshine on my grill I smell. I'm really enjoying just the rhyming structure that he's doing in these verses, man. It's pretty cool. It's a nice change of pace. I haven't really sat down with stuff like this for a while. I think I already said that. I don't even remember what I said 10 minutes ago. You must be bugging out. New to my shit. Home on a furlough. Ask around who's laid up. Sharp and straight up. It's just fun listening to him. I like the little pause. This be the drama. I'm a pause, like a comment, a sentence. So they pause the production. You know, that's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. There's still a couple minutes left.
I still remain in Mac flyers in the fat canayas. Just a killer in me, slash drug dealer MC. Ex-slug filler, semi-mug, pillar demi. Bottles of mo, yo, simply follow me flow. Put poetry inside a crack pot and blow. Rough holes, put crack.
Yeah, this is good shit, man. This is good. This is really good.
They can't touch those. Why shoot degrees about it when you could be about it? My degrees are routed toward the peasy head brick house.
It goes so well with the beat.
Rich niggas
just good structure over the top of it.
Cash exchange amount into millions. Doors is locked, rocks is chopped, watch the cameras in the ceilings. Trick bitches catching mad feelings. Peeling off in the legs, cheap techniques is four-wheeling. I better be some shit when we connect with Stretch. Yeah, boy. Brownsville, where's it? Far Rockaway, Big Jersey, Connecticut, DC, VA,
Okay. I like that one. Take It in Blood is good. That was good. I like his again, his rhyming structure. It's just cool to hear him. I think really, I don't know if I've just gotten better at hearing it, but I feel like in this track specifically, in even the previous one, or maybe I Gave You Power. I don't know. Actually, probably all of them, honestly. There's a way he's doing his rhyming structure and his scheme where you can hear it well. You can hear. Maybe it's the way he's doing his flow. Maybe he's kind of flowing into each rhyme and hitting the rhyme just right. I don't know. But there is something about it where I can really, you know, those videos where they got all the different colors for the different rhyming schemes and stuff like that. I feel like I can hear that now. Rather, when before I used to have to sit there and watch it and be like, oh, yeah. Maybe my ear's just getting better. I don't know. Trick bitches catching mad feelings. Oh, that's the worst. You know, that's just the worst. When your trick starts to fall in love with you. I don't really have a whole lot to say about the lyrics themselves. You know, it is, again, kind of like a news broadcast. Somebody on the ground. Coke suppliers acting biased because rumors say that we wear wires and we liars. But every night the cat's fired, every day a rat's hired. And it's kind of neat. Like, I like that little bit right there because it feels like, you know, they're acting biased. You know, they think we're liars and wearing wires. But, you know, the Coke continues to flow. So, like, they're biased, but it's like, well, whatever. Doesn't really change anything. Every day. A cat's fired, and a rat's hired. I didn't get this. Condos are tune proof. We're looking at the sky's moonroof. Shitting like gin and prune juice. What? What? I mean, yeah. So the annotation's talking about the Snoop Dogg song, but it's like maybe I haven't heard that song in a long time. So maybe there's a line in there about gin and juice makes you shit a lot. I have no idea. But that line came there. I was like, okay. Bloodshot, red eyes, high yellow envelopes of light. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's keep going. I guess there isn't really anything to take apart. Track 7's called Nas Is Coming. It's featuring Dr. Dre and produced by Dr. Dre. So cool. Let's drop in track 7. Here's a little bit of old school Dre back from 96. Although I think he even started back in the 80s, right? But this would be after Chronic and before 2001. Right in there.
Motherfucking Dre. What's up, my nigga?
What's up, Nas?
Chillin', God.
Niggas just up in here hitting some of this chronic, nigga.
Chronic. There it is.
Over here. Mix this shit up.
Nigga, hit some of this shit, nigga.
Yeah, get that. I'm tired of these niggas stealing beats. Niggas is stealing your whole techniques and shit. Niggas wanna take everything from a nigga, man.
Yeah, you know, Nas, it's like this, man. Fuck it.
What is it, go?
Let's get together.
Right,
Make some
that's what I'm saying.
music.
There you go. There you go.
Just let that be that. All these niggas on this bullshit. Let them sit back and watch what happens.
The golden child shot that ass up. You was holding out. Let the streets be the court and corners hold the trial. Fatal, not fictitious. I rock the cable 86s.
Kind of a surprising beat from Dre.
Man, smoke
not what I expected at all.
Soliciting ill editions of that murder I wrote. A provocative plan could bring a knot to my hand as the pyramids to stand on the top of the sand in the heat of the moment. Like Farrakhan said, we need atonement. Bulletproof glass,
cool.
glasses, chrome kitted up, calicones lit it up. I didn't get touched, checking my nuts. I stood up and lit it Dutch, clutching gats quick to bust. But knowing how these niggas tattle, I sneak move, get the drop, one shot without the gun battle. So when you run the lead travels, I come through as taboo. 96 ways made the clap.
Huh. Trippy beat.
Counting bills to send to all my jail niggas who fell from New York to LA. QB to CPT for GP. 100 G cars, Garcia Vegas cigars. Canal shit, mad cheeky. The clout, murder material. Cereal scratched out. My name's passed out like it's something venereal, but back in stereo.
Huh. You know, this one surprises me. When I see Dre on there and I see 8 million streams, which is a lot less. Well, the back half is kind of a little less. Maybe people don't hit the back half as much, but I figure, maybe this would probably be a bigger hit than that, you know? And I'm listening to the beat. I'm enjoying the beat. It sounds cool. And I'm listening to Nas's flow, and it sounds good. But for some reason, at the same time, I'm like, well, okay. Like, I'm not blown away. It's not a bad song, but it's also not an amazing song. But I can't, like, really put a finger on why. You know, like, I feel like I should like this more, but I don't like it more than I do. Like, I'm just enjoying it. It's fine. And every now it's interesting how some of these songs, you'll hear a song or maybe you see, like, all these people are involved, and it's like, for whatever reason, you know, you get these pieces, you put them all together, and it's like, cool. But it never, like, has that whatever magical, ethereal substance that makes a song amazing, you know, for whatever reason. And this one's cool, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I don't know why. I feel like I should like it more. I think maybe in part, you know, lyrically, I'm at the point now, we're about halfway through the album. All the things that Nas is saying, I feel like I've kind of already heard it at this point in the album. And so it's maybe lyrically I'm losing a little bit of interest. Because, I mean, he's doing a great job with his flow and his rhyming scheme and all this other stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like I've heard it. Let's keep going. I'm just surprised I'm not, like, loving this. Because I wanted to love it, and I feel like I should, but
From childbirth to hearses, flow like a now covered surface. I bit the fruit from the serpent, apocalyptic. Get bent, stay split it. Control the rap game, you got it twisted. Dr. Dre way the bridge say, shake dice and kiss it. Sip Chris, push the 6 with the biscuit. Jeep full of chickens, pull up beside, have a listen, y'all. Nod, y'all, fly gangster. Wavy hair, teeth chipped in. My shit bump in the courtroom drunk. Links drunk,
in the courtroom drunk.
Cardiac colonel never chase it. Rap hero, Black De Niro, Federal Bureau. Tap my line and got 0. Rap pro, diamond roll, hustling low. Profile, white gold style. Raking bloody dough by the pound.
huh? Yeah. I mean, okay.
Check this out. Nasty Nas, Dr. Dre. Party to the year 2G.
2G.
That's right. Yeah. Nasty Nas, Dr. Dre. Making it happen.
Oh wow, you can finally hear that sound isolated. Huh. I don't know. I wonder if that's a song that'll grow on me. You know, first listen, it's cool. I like it. It's pretty chill. But for some reason I'm not, maybe it's just because I'm worn out. I don't know. But I don't know. I felt like I was going to be, I was honestly pretty excited. When I was pulling everything up, I was like, oh fuck, Dr. Dre. Oh, sweet. I was excited. And yeah, it wasn't quite there for me. But it's still a good song. We'll see. Maybe on additional listens, it'll grow. I think too, one of the things is I've kind of stopped listening to what Nas is saying. I'm still listening to how he's saying it. I'm still enjoying his flow. I'm still enjoying his rhyming scheme and stuff like that. But with this track, I feel like he's just kind of saying a bunch of stuff, and he's more focused on the rhyming scheme and just rhyming and the flow and stuff, but not necessarily saying anything. You know, I've said this before. Other artists, other tracks where, you know, you're using a lot of words, but you're not saying anything. I feel like this song is kind of an example of that. Just a lot of words, but not really necessarily saying anything. As I use a lot of words to just repeat myself, which is essentially not saying anything. Let's move on to track 8, which is called Affirmative Action. It's featuring Eyez, Foxy Brown, and Cormega, produced by Dave Atkinson and the Trackmasters. Here we go. Drop it in. Track 8, Affirmative Action. That's kind of cool that it hits a final note from the previous track as we roll into this one. So that'll carry over the two songs. Oh, kitties. It's funny how cats will just attack things.
This is what they want, huh? This is what it's all about. Wow, time to take affirmative action, son. Cause this don't understand.
Neat sound
you
right
know
there.
What I mean? Niggas coming sideways, thinking something sweet, man. You know what I mean? Niggas don't understand the four devils. Lust, envy, hate, jealousy. Wicked niggas, man. Yo, sit back, relax, catch a contact, sip your cognac, and let's
cool.
lost this money through this laundromat, sneak attack, a new cast and rap worth top dollar. In fact, touch mines and I'll react like a rock waller. Who
yeah.
We play for high
Cool.
stakes at gunpoint, catch them and break, undress some time with tape, no escape. The Coleon, Fettuccine, Capone, home in your own zone, or get kidnapped and clapped in your dome.
Cool, very cool. Great sound.
Wars unknown, lower your tone, face it. Homicide cases get thrown, aristocrats, politic and deli with diplomats. To me, I'm an official Mac, Lex, Coupe,
Criminal thoughts in the reports. My destiny's to be the new
This is cool. This is a great beat.
Too short. That nigga's dead on. That Kia Heron. They found his head on the couch with his dick in his mouth. I put the hit out. Yo, the smoothest killer since Bugsy. Bitches love me. My red beam.
I love
made
that.
a dread scream and spray the Fed team. Corleone be turning niggas to fiends. Yukons and Ninja Black Lexus. Mega the pretty boy with mafia connections. It's the firm nigga said it. Yo, my mind is seeing through your design
I
like
love-
Blind Fury. I shine Jerry sipping.
I hate to interrupt it, but I love how it's just verse, verse, verse. Like, they're just each just dropping it with their verse. This is almost like a Wu-Tang style energy with no pause between, no hooks, no chorus, no bridge, just fucking verse, verse, verse. Bam, bam, bam. I love that. Great, great energy.
Feds cost me $2 million to get the system off me. Life's a bitch, but God forbid the bitch divorce me. I'll be flooded with ice or hellfire can't scorch me. Cuban cigars, meeting Foxy at the Mars, moving cars. Your top poppy, Senior Escobar.
In the black Camaro, firm deep, all my niggas hail the blackest sparrow. While the bees beat the apparel through the darkest tunnel. I got visions of multi-millions in the biggest bundle. In the Lex, pushed by my nigga Jungle. E-money bags, got my West Sean Dawn bundle of 62. They ain't got a clue what we about to do. My whole team, we shitting hard like Czar. Soulside, Foxy Brown, Cormega, and Escobar.
This little is so cool.
Piece, laced in all the illest snakeskin. Armani sweaters, Carolina Herrera. Be the fur, baby. We back to 16. Now add the other two that Mega bringing through. So let's see if we flip this other key, then that's more for me. Mad Coke and Mad Leak plus a 500. Cut in half is 250. Now triple that times 3. We got 3/4 of another key. The fur, baby. Volume 1.
That was a lot of fucking math. I love that little. It's cool. There was another sound in there too on the production. It was kind of like this whoa, and it started on the third verse here with Foxy. She had it was in the production there early in her verse, and then it dropped out. And I was hoping it would come back because it sounded really fucking cool. But then they added a couple extra notes of whatever that instrument was, so that sounded good too. Goddamn, I like. She starts doing all this math at the end. And I was just like, am I supposed to... I know I'm not supposed to like follow along and do the math at the same time, right? But my brain starts seeing the numbers and I'm like 32 or 16 times 3 is 40. And I was like, I don't know. Whatever. Great. You're getting your money. You're getting your keys. Good for you. Good for you. Yo, that was a cool track. All verses. Everyone just coming in, dropping little bits of fire. I like the vocal performance by everybody on that track. That's a good song. That was a really cool song. And again, like I was saying earlier, enjoying the flow, enjoying the rhyming scheme, enjoying the vocal performance. Not really paying attention to what they're saying anymore. It's kind of more of the same. Clothes, drugs, money, whatever. But it sounds great. It sounds fucking great. I wanted to click on this. My man Smoke know how to expand coke in Mr. Coffee. His friend Smoke knows how to make cocaine stretch for more profits by cutting it with a chemical agent. Okay. Okay. Life's a bitch, but God forbid the bitch divorce me. Because life's a bitch and then you die, right? So if life is over, you die, you ain't got the bitch no more. So that's a cool little play on words in terms of life's a bitch and then you die. God forbid the bitch divorce me. I'll be flooded with ice so hellfire can't scorch me. I like the idea of dying with so much jewelry that when you go to hell, you're impervious to the flames. That would be amazing. I do always like... I gotta stop moving around. My chair's squeaking too much. I do like... so for those of you who are aware of him, there's that British comedian that most people know him as Mr. Bean, but his name is Rowan Atkinson. And he's got some stand-up bits. It's great. And one of them is Toby. If you're ever on YouTube, you want to watch a good little funny skit, a stand-up bit. Rowan Atkinson as Toby the Devil. It's funny, very funny. I've always gotten a kick out of comedy routines or skits that are around being in hell. One of my favorites is The Far Side. It's just a comic strip. It's just a single panel, and there's the two devils standing there, and the one guy, he's pushing the wheelbarrow through all these flames and shit, and he's whistling. He's just whistling. And the one devil's like, we're just not getting to him. I always thought that was fucking hilarious. So the idea of being flooded with ice and going to hell and being impervious to the flames. That goes into that my little treasure box of favorite hell comedy skits. Good shit. I like that song. Affirmative Action is fucking great. Got some bangers in here, you guys. The Message, Street Dreams is cool. I like that one. Gave You Power is cool. Take It in Blood was cool. Affirmative Action was cool. No, it's just coming. I hope that one grows on me. We'll see. A couple more left. Track 9 is called The Setup. It's featuring Havoc, produced by Havoc. Let's jump in. Track 9.
QB since 1933.
QB.
It's a 9-6.
Oh, Queensbridge, probably.
9-6, motherfucker.
Check the shit.
9-6.
Ha. Interesting beat.
It's a bar
Check the
600.
shit. My mindset, sun got wet, I'm vexed really. They snatched off his Rolex, smacked this bitch silly. Why niggas acting illy, word to Willie, bout to feel it. I feel it, we should've been dealt with it. Them niggas sour, they put too much flour in they coke. And got the nerve to wonder why they broke. While we was gleaming, niggas was scheming. Seen the ill beamers beaming, triple beaming, double and cream. Had them fiending to get their fingers on the dosa. I call Sosa, these niggas hit the guard, bring the toaster. Meet me in the bridge, I'm about to go loca. Left my rap begging me to stay a stroker.
I like
Came
the beat
through
on
with
this
2 fly bitches, Venus and Vicious with 2 Max inside the Volvo. What up, guard? I'm still sober. He said both hoes a pill. Spray shots and reload and still handle the wheel. Point them out, smoke a feel and chill. I laid back, Escobar status. Knowing the firm got it cornered. We on it, shit we was born with.
Spark the lie. QBC, yo, was do or die. In this business and trifeness, I finesse this. For RD, we chef shit, perfection. Albert Einstein minds connect with.
I like the beat on this one. It's a little bit, it kind of just has like a sinister tone to it. A little bit. It's a little bit darker. My mindset, sun got wet, I'm vexed. They snatched his rollout, smashed his bitch silly. Why are they acting illy? I got a little confused here in the middle. That's why we're going back right now. Triple beam, double cream, had them fiending to get their fingers on dose. I called Sosa. They hit the god, bring the toaster, meet me at the bridge. I'm about to go loca. Left my rat begging me to stay and stroke her. I don't understand what the fuck that means. Rat in this case means hood rat. Oh, sure. Okay, I was thinking of somebody who rats somebody else out. Okay, that makes sense. Came through with 2 fly bitches, Venus and Vicious, with 2 Max inside the Volvo. I'm still sober and need some hen to bend me over. Got a soldier. It's getting down. It's going down. I heard he might not live. I'm holding back to you. So who's the person? Oh, this is his friend that got hit. Okay. For whatever reason, I got mixed up. I don't know why or how. Brain dead. But I got mixed up. I thought there was 2 stories, and really it's the same story. Anyway, all right. Let's keep going before I look more stupider, Lear.
Son, step back, let the tech lift you up, bless you with a shorty, then we set you up. Spark the lie, QBC, yo, was do or die in this business, a trifleness, we finesse.
I like the beat on this
For
one.
RD, we chef shit, perfection. Albert Einstein minds connect with.
If vicious, looking delicious, handle your business and step to him. Shake your ass, try to screw him. Do what you gotta do to get to him. And type have a 2 go with young faces. Could turn niggas but a fugal of all ages. They was amused by the way they walk, way they talk. Only if they knew these girls in spray New York. If they had to, heard of Max Venus, could I have you? He jumped out a Jeep, heard her tell him, don't grab boo. The 940, me, Sosa, and 2 shorties. The punk niggas got murdered in the orgy.
Spark the lie, QBC, yo, was do or die. In this business, a trifle.
The setup.
For RD, we chef shit, perfection. Albert Einstein minds connect with. Dangerous son, step back, let the tech lift you up, bless you with a shorty, then we set you up.
QBC, Queensbridge, motherfucker, roping niggas up.
Yeah, I like the setup. Pretty straightforward story. Once you understand it. Oh man, I have to laugh at myself sometimes. It's funny the things that will go right over my head or I'll get confused on when it's pretty obvious, right? I'm thinking, I don't know how I feel about Nas being a little bit more gangster on this album. And it's not like he was some like harmless child in the first one or anything, like, you know, innocent, never did anything wrong or anything like that. But this is definitely up a notch in terms of like the gangster style activities being discussed and what have you. And not that he can't rap about that or it's bad or anything like that, but I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I think one of the things that makes Illmatic what it is and why it's so great. I mean, first of all, it's like 40 minutes, right? So it's just lean and cut to the point, like type of album. No filler at all. Great beats, great rapping. But there's also this element of kind of like being in it rather than, it's kind of like the idea of, you know, being surrounded by the problem rather than being part of the problem, in a sense, if that makes sense. If you talk about, you know, this kind of environment, because I think when you're just in it and you're there and you're seeing it, it's a little bit easier to have a little bit of sympathy towards that type of person versus the person who's also running around rampage and doing all this crazy shit. You know, it's a little harder to be sympathetic. Maybe not that that's a huge part of listening to the album and enjoying the album, but I just feel like there is a difference between Illmatic and this one. There is a change, and maybe that's a good thing. You know, Nas has had, from what I understand, a pretty interesting career because, you know, he blew up with Illmatic and that's revered, and, you know, this one's good. But then I've heard like his career, like from here on, kind of amazing. Not that amazing apparently, but then he came back. The King's Disease trilogy apparently is really good. So he's kind of having a resurgence apparently. And it does make me curious if I'm seeing this change from album 1 to album 2, I wonder what kind of evolution he goes through as an artist as he just goes through his career, you know? Anyway, not necessarily the most important commentary, but it's something I'm noticing in myself as I listen to these albums, or this album specifically. Track 10 is called Black Girl Lost, featuring JoJo Haley, produced by Eyez and the Trackmasters. All right, here we go. Track 10, Black Girl Lost.
Hello?
What's up, girl?
Ain't nothing. This nigga in here stressing, talking that old off the wall, back to Africa shit again.
What, that guy body shit?
Yeah, that dumb shit. I'm trying to get up out of here.
I hear that. But yo, you know the spot is pumping tonight.
Word? For real, where?
You know, where the real niggas is popping the crystal.
Not that White Star.
White Star? I don't know what White Star.
Word, where the real niggas at?
Is this going to be like a love song type thing?
A young, wild, beautiful love child. You like them thug style, link rockin', the mink coppin'. Hit you on the sink, $100 drink poppin'. The had to make you take them shopping, the foul doctrine. Reminiscent of my first time up in a chick, you was innocent. But now you rent a dick, we're the tightest shit. Chanel looking real, airbrush nails. Hit the gym, hit the scales, haven't sit but negligent. To see your prophecy, your ebony tone is locking me. The way you moan make me daydream of you on top of me. Wishing I could be the one man, but you juggle way too many willies all in one hand. You wanna run up in clubs, getting rubbed on. Niggas pull your hair, shake your fat rear, get your fuck on. Young girl struggling, trying to survive. Mother of the earth, she made you and I. Just tired of playing the same old games. Messing with my mind, emotional things. There goes a black girl. Like ISIS, she got your heart broken, felt lifeless. Grow up, girl, instead you want revenge, so now you act the nicest. To who's ever getting down to trifles. To get his mind, all you do is give him something priceless. Cousin Tom here realize the thighs is all he need. More than weed, then you hit him off with lies and greed. There you go again, starting wars, making me more yours. Seem to get a kick out of keeping me on all fours. You got a job part-time in school's your night thing. With dreams to settle down, it ain't far from now. You getting interviewed, but your boss is into getting screwed. Typical day that the black girl sees. Coming home wanting more from a college degree.
The song is surprising to me because I think this is the first time that I can recall in a hip-hop album where the artist is essentially expressing like strong feelings towards a girl who is, you know, a hoe, essentially, right? Now, it's called Black Girl Lost, and I mean, I don't want to pile on to the degrading of women, but just in context of, you know, how many times you hear hip-hop artists talk about these women that sleep around and they're just like throwaways and whatever, right? And so, you know, treat them like a prostitute. So it's really honestly quite surprising to hear someone express these emotions like this towards somebody who every other time I've heard them, basically this type of woman would be considered a throwaway because of how she lives her life. Right? No. I just screw them and leave them and whatever, right? There's just another hoe, all this other shit. So it's really surprising. Huh. And it's weird too, because there's another layer of he has his own self-awareness of, man, this girl just won't give me a chance. She's kind of tortured me on purpose. She's treating me bad. She's sleeping around. She's doing all this shit, but I still care for her. So it's really kind of wild. Huh. Saying, can't even keep it real with a guy with cash flow. All men are the same, or men are all the same. What we need to do is break this chain. You got a part-time job. But this part is interesting. I'm hopeful there's more as we keep going, because, you know, she's going to school. She's trying to get a degree. She's trying to get a job. So looks like she's trying to set herself straight a little bit and get out of this, you know, wishing I could be the one man, but you juggle way too many willies all in one hand. Anyway, looks like she's trying to get out of the club scene, the party scene, all this other stuff. Could you believe Eve, Mother Earth of the seas? They thirst you just let them hurt you and leave. What up, Mom? Front like you're naive. Let's keep going. Interesting song. Very surprising. Let's see how it finishes. Trying to survive. And this is a key part of the track, too. This concept of trying to survive.
More than the world, but not knowing nothing about you. You leaving the crib, taking all your kids out to drop them off, letting some nigga knock you off so hot and soft. That's the same thing that got you lost growing up. Seeing it should remind you being lied to. Everything that moved be inside you. Sacred as you are, left with these wannabes to guide you. I watched you, hard to knock you. I try not to, they spot you. I dance a topless in your drawers. Damn, look, there goes a black girl lost.
You should be ashamed of yourself. The way you
Oh, okay. I think I understand the song more now. Black Girl Lost. So really, it's not, I think I misunderstood initially. I think more so the song is, it's not about a specific person. It's not about a girl. I think it's more of just probably Nas looking around and seeing girls do these different things and seeing Black Girl Lost, basically. It's not a specific person. He's just, when he sees these girls doing these things. But, you know, at least he throws in this like young girl struggling, trying to survive. So, you know, you got this other, where are you focused? On legit people or where the coke is? Nice. Thug life. You seem so hopeless. Of course, you have to point out the hypocrisy, right? Like, oh, if a girl is out partying and doing all this crazy, oh, she's lost. The guy does it, it's totally fine. Right? It's just fascinating. It really is fascinating how strong that double standard is. It's unbelievable to me. But whatever. I'm not going to harp on it. You guys have heard me talk about it so many times. But it's like, God, man. The girl goes out and has sex and parties. Oh, she's lost. If a guy does it, he's fucking awesome. Whatever. I don't know how I feel about that song. At first, I kind of liked it more when I thought it was about one person. That to me had a little bit more impact. It wasn't so hypocritical, I suppose. Like, especially in hip hop. Like it's just, well, I mean, I shouldn't even say in hip hop. Just the fact that if somebody expressing these emotions towards a girl who's basically giving him the runaround the whole time and is sleeping around on him and doing it, but man, I'm just still in love, you know. Now that I realize it's not about a specific girl, it's like, oh, kind of loses that touch. Huh. Okay, well, let's keep going. Track 11 is called Suspect, produced by LES, who did production recently. Oh, yeah, the last one, too. The beat was cool on Girl, or Black Girl Lost. It was fine. All right, here we go. Track 11, Suspect.
Yo, what up, Don?
Yo, son, what up? Yo, I just got my hands on this new biscuit, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I got to go see something. Yo, walk me over here real fast, yo.
What?
Yo, what's up, man? You see them niggas right there, man?
Yeah.
I'm saying, man, it's about time, man. Them niggas is shining and everything, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas is getting my money, yo. Them niggas is getting my money, yo. Yo, fuck that, man. We get that nigga, yo.
Huh. Wow, that's kind of a funky intro with the beat, the drum beat going on there. Got some record, some lo-fi pop in there. I love that shit.
It was a murder. Jake just hit the corner, people swarming. 3 in the morning, I jumped out my cab like fuck. Niggas is buck, mega bloodshed, the tape's red. I heard some bird whisper, yo, he shoulda ducked. I puffed a lilla just before I hit the scene for real. I'm all high, it's late, I'm looking down at the fella. Shit's pushed in. Ambulance placed him on some cushion. His mom's had a stay, I wouldn't dare second look when I murdered. To the suspect, witness don't come outside. You might get your shit
Don't
pushed
come
back
outside. Oh shit. Don't come outside.
You might get your shit pushed back tonight. Suspect witness don't come outside. You might get your shit pushed back. Dear God, I want the riches. Money hungry bitches infested. Giving the jealous niggas sickness to witness. My crew dresses, investors, feel the essence. Try to test this. Scientists, able and reckless. Slaughter, nor to go down. Frames look petite. 10 millis, mixed design just for my physique.
I like this
keep a
beat
low
too.
pro as if I owe.
Kinda
Left
chill.
so lovely. My pants hang while I'm dancing, sipping the
I like that
bubble.
little sound that
me
comes
no
in every
worry.
now and then.
Hashish keep my eyes Chinese. Are you the type of nigga to shoot a leg to get your name known? I flip the brain
Wow.
zone. Niggas get hit and wrapped in plastic. The mic I strike in vain, giving the pain of what a Mac is. What you with, Lucia drama? No sleep means insomnia. No need to check the clock, the streets of time. Suspect.
This is an interesting verse. Dear God, I want the riches, money-hungry bitches infested, giving the jealous people sickness to witness. My crew dresses, investices, feel the essence. Try to test a scientist, able and reckless. Slaughter, Nautica down, frames look petite, 10 millis, mixed design just for my physique. Keep a low pro as if I owe. I like that. I like that line a lot. I keep a low pro as if I owe. Low profile, ducking people, don't want to be noticed. Bless the flow lovely. My pants hang while I'm dancing, sipping bubbly. Be no worry, hashish keep my eyes Chinese. So he's high and his eyes are drowsy basically. Rolling 2 Phillies together to make blunt Siamese. Okay, sure. I meant it. I represent it. Descendant made of early natives that were captured and taught to think backwards. Okay. Trapped us in a cracker's psychiatric. It's massive. A 1,000,000-man march. Alert the masses. That's a good little bit right there. That section's good. Dawn Assassin Armageddon. The wedding of a freak and a beast. 7 heads. Got the righteous threatened. That feels like a biblical term right there. Life was written. The plot curves behind the setting. The significance of the number 7 in the Holy Bible is open to interpretation. Now it's generally used to symbolize completeness or finality. Revelation 17 describes a woman who Nas describes as a freak who sits on a 7-headed beast. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Her appearance signifies an Armageddon. Nas uses this biblical reference to highlight how he feels about the current state and potential fate of the world. Okay, that's the part that was throwing me off a bit. This chorus is ridiculous. Don't come outside.
Escapades, leaving shit mesmerized. Mega live like the third world. Decipher my deceiver, make him a believer. Spitting gem stars, words in my mic type receiver. Bond is my life, so I live by my word. Never fraudulent. Queensbridge don't make no herbs. Spread my name to deacons, politicians while they speaking. Rebel to America, civilization caught you sleeping.
Queensbridge, boy, once again, boy. Stupid motherfuckers.
It's a cool beat too. I don't know. I'm cool with this.
Big high, clap them down. LES on the murder quest. Yeah, y'all.
I'm really curious to see how this album is going to grow on me with additional listens. There's been so many songs where I'm just like on the fence. Like, yeah, it's cool. I don't love it. I don't want to skip it. I'm just kind of on the fence for a lot. Well, not a lot of this album, but there's been a number of songs. Like, really, Affirmative Action is great. The Message is great. Street Dreams is pretty cool. But like so many of them, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with it. So I'm really, really curious to see how additional listens is going to shape my opinion on this album. I'm just going to toot my own horn a little bit. I'm very glad I do that. Reaction channels are cool. I watch reaction stuff. Not as much as I used to, but I watch reaction stuff. And it's fun. It's fun to sit down and in a way, share music with each other like this, you know? And but there's some channels I see, it's like, yeah, I feel like you're kind of pandering to me a little bit. You're kind of acting it up to make me feel better. You know, maybe, who knows? I get a little cynical. I get pretty jaded when it comes to just stuff you see, right? Because not even the AI shit. Like, just people will stage stuff and make stuff, whatever, right? But I personally am glad that I go back and listen to these things over and over again and then kind of settle on an opinion, because I think while reaction is fun, I think if you just listen to something one time, that first experience is so special. Of course, it's always unique. You only get that first listen the one time, but then there's everything else after that. Like, if you just listen to an album one time, in my opinion, you haven't listened to it at all. Honestly, like, I need multiple listens on every album I sit down with to even start to like remember it, to start to sing along a little bit, you know. And that's such a huge experience of music and listening to music, is spending time with it, letting it become part of your life, learning the songs, you know, all that shit. So with this one, man, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where I end up in a couple of days from now, how much I enjoy it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying this album's boring, or I'm enjoying myself. I am definitely enjoying myself. But I am very much like still on the fence. Like, I just need more time with it, and we'll see how I actually feel. Track 12 is called Shootouts, produced by Trackmasters. Here we go. Track 12. Drop it in. Oh, here we go. Something a little different.
Yo, release was semi. Besides the Henny,
4 seconds.
inside there seen plenty. Things get skinny.
Cool drop into this beat, though.
Jenny. Instead of diet plans, it's crack 200 grams. I pump a G-Pack, peeping for where the D's at. It's slow, looking for Rambo, the cop who got
I like this beat.
back
This
in
is
the
cool.
days. Chasing niggas through my project maze. That cop, he got a death wish. He run behind niggas until you breathless. Every day he making 10 arrest shit. My nigga, check this. I know the bitch he rests with. I even blessed it. 40-10 inspected. Already checked it, done his ankle. You can see it's good. Peep, he parked his Jeep in the back of the slum to check Tanisha. Fat ass, real fly.
Oh, cool shift right there. Very cool.
I heard she brag about the way he eat her. An Irish man, short, slim with a tan. They say he laced the cheaper. She do be looking weaker now.
I like this beat.
People
Let's get
bound,
to her.
speaking loud, people style. In and out of every reefer cloud. She's living in a snitch grave now. Shootout, similar to Wild West. Broad daylight, face to face without a vest. You know the episodes, thugs, camouflage, and spectacles. Please God to save the lives that the devil sold. See, it was written but was never told. Keep the Jews, black man, it's even better than gold. Niggas roll with iron, police rolling out pursuit, trying to stop the loot. Fuck Jake, cock and shoot.
I think one reason I am on the fence about this album, as I've been saying, is he has leaned into the gangster side more. And I don't have a problem with gangster lyrics, but I think I'm just kind of surprised. And I think when it comes to Nas, I prefer him in his other aspect, when he's a little bit more of a positive message. So, and I can't shake this feeling. I have this feeling, and it's completely made up. It's all in my head. I feel like people told him, "Oh no, you gotta go harder," type of a thing. I wonder how true that is. If there's any truth to it at all. I wonder was it his decision to go this direction in terms of the lyrics and the themes that he's doing, or was it the record company, or was it hip hop in general? Was it fans? Like, what drove him to kind of shift lanes from something that's a little bit more positive, a little bit more, just say positive. I was going to say uplifting, but it's not necessarily uplifting, just positive, towards more of this gangster style of lyrics. I wonder. I very much wonder. Because this is pretty fucking aggressive in terms of lyrical content, man. Busting in on these cops that are spying on them, and the snitch, and fucking shooting them in the head twice and all this stuff. I mean, pretty aggressive lyrical content here. We're gonna have to put a warning label on it for the kids, Watch out, kids. Aggressive lyrics.
Still on the streets with my peeps so deep.
Love the beat. I like the beat a lot.
My man going up creek. The do is 2 to 4. Niggas show love from all around the board. Peace, Lord. Sony handy cam on record. Pop a bottle. Cause when you come home, we still got it sewn. We can watch the tape, play back, and just zone. Film all the bitches on the benches with ill intentions.
I love it when it shifts up to this higher tone too.
Music was loud and it was crowded. Barbecue wings, we fed the fiends. Gamble in the back, killer shouted. And Frank tried to stop the bank. Lost about what a rollie cost. Guzzle his drink and stag it off. He's a big wheel. Used to sling krill. Now he own the hill. Couldn't take losing his cash, and I could feel something in the air. Yeah, Frank returned with Pierre, a gunslinger. And Wiz was up the alley waiting. We breathed. Jump in the ride. Heard Pierre died. Eternal bleeding inside. And ain't been back since 95. Shootouts similar to Wild West. Broad daylight. Face to face without a vest. You know the episodes. Thugs camouflage the spectacles. Please God to save the lives that the devil sold. See, it was written but was never told. People, Jews, black man is even better than gold. Niggas roll with iron. Police roll in hot pursuit, trying to stop and loot. Nigga, fuck Jay, cock and shoot.
I want to go back on something I just said a little bit. I want to push back on my own comment, essentially. Because I'm talking about how Nas is a little bit more gangster and aggressive lyrics and all. But at the same time, like I was saying earlier in the reaction, how much is this shit that he just saw with his own eyes in real life, And I always go back to, I always think about Ice Cube and what he said, back when they were getting all this grief for their lyrics, and everyone's so upset about what we're saying on our albums, but no one really seems to care that we're just rapping about our lives. No one really seems interested in trying to fix the actual source of the problem. Instead, they're just mad about what we're talking about, And so I have to check myself before I wreck myself, right? Speaking of Ice Cube, when it comes to this, because it's easy for me to sit here and go, does he really have to say all these things? And it's aggressive and it's fine, whatever. But I mean, what if he's just literally rapping about shit that he was there, firsthand, witnessed, saw, experienced, So I basically say this to dial back my own criticism, because I should dial back my own criticism. Because if somebody's just talking about their life, I shouldn't be bitching about that, And while it's nice to hear somebody have a positive message and try and lift things up, sometimes life is shit and there is no positive message, Please God, just save the life that the devil sold. It was written but was never told. Peep the jewels, black man. It's even better than gold. People roll with iron. Police roll in hot pursuit trying to stop the loot. Fuck Jake. Cock and shoot. Pretty wild, man. I usually be holding, especially this type of weekend, and everyone except for me had started reaching. They had gats in each other's faces with kids and grandmothers around. Frank's only concern was his papers. My men killer let off, half them fake people jet off. Police blitz quick, wait for that to set off, running the static, it got me mad. I mean, that right there, that's why, the second verse, that's why I had to go back on my own criticisms, because, fuck, man, I'm sure this is, I don't know, I mean, who knows how true this is, but yeah, it's probably fucking real. There was probably a time when Nas was at some party and a bunch of people got crazy and all pulled guns out and started shooting at each other with fucking kids and grandmas around, you know? Similar to the Wild West. Broad daylight, face to face without a vest. Crazy, man. That is fucking just crazy. Crazy, man. Okay, let's keep going. The next track is called Live. Let's say Live Person Rap. It's featuring Mobb Deep, produced by Havoc. It did actually start. I'm going to back this up a smidge here. Okay, here we go. Track 13.
It's out the motherfucker pack.
Right out
But niggas don't know how to act.
Damn, son.
It's out the motherfucker pack.
Damn, son.
But niggas don't know how to act. Yo, NYC, you and I verse seriously. Havoc your big Queens, niggas, so it seem to be. Monopolize strategies.
Cool.
Exercise mega. Got word back for Noriega. The DA got video cassette taper. The guard with the guard, you now pulling the caper. Running up in the spot, mass duct taper. Pig tie they motherfucking wrist to the ankles I've been through. Crime shit my niggas into. Peep the issue, situation like this, we sticking him too. JFK on our way to LA. Got links with big gas down in Santa Barbara. My crew do it the Mob way every day.
I like this beat.
Who wanna gunplay? Thrill me. Niggas kill me.
The beats, honestly, the beats on this album are pretty fucking good.
Non-dress, you know the drilly. Niggas suspect. Weak links pose threats. I have yet to met challenger who go against my set. Gem stars razor sharp like Gillette, shaving closely on any character approach me. I let the streets get the best of me. Infamy, my destiny. While cat burger laws trying to sneak deep the recipe. Inside my rap cookbook, paragraphs is gourmet. You pay about 5,000 a plate.
No doubt, kid.
That was
I hit
great.
the niggas like a bid. The prosecutor running up in your crib.
Up in this bitch deep, Queens murder clicks me. Yellow tape on black gates,
Neat,
Mediterranean projects is like
there was a hesitation in the drum beat there.
That's irregular. Why debate on the phone? I'm solar cellular, Escobar 600. You just a crumb inside a world where the rich run it. Curriculum of a mathologist. Deep throats, they try to swallow this. Anthropologists, dynasties of great knowledges. I preserve in my dome. Niggas' mics is full of silicone, spots blown. Gorilla ice on this killer's life. I put my word on it. Now you can sleep on a rock or swerve on it. Nas is menage a trois on Mount Every largest. We like a smooth fan, but rougher than how the barges.
I like that. I like how they break up the beat there.
Grab a cartridge, cock my shit on some mob shit. We mobbing. To all the niggas who bust gat.
Live nigga rap.
For niggas don't know how to act. To all my niggas on the block slinging crack.
That's like cool. I'm put a heart next to this
my
one.
niggas on
Cool.
their back. To all the niggas who bust gat.
Live nigga rap.
For niggas don't know how to act. To all the niggas on the block slinging crack. Rest in peace to my niggas on their back. To all the niggas who bust gas.
Alive, nigga.
I'm so glad. I mean, I essentially grew up poor. I don't know if we were technically below the poverty line or not. I have no idea, but we didn't have any money really. But I'm just glad for the most part I grew up poor in the country, just out, away from everything, rather than in town poor. Totally different life. I don't think I would have made it, honestly. I really don't. Even when I was younger, when I was like 4th grade, 5th grade, I was already falling in with like bad friends, and I was like shoplifting and shit, and I already had friends that were like starting to drink beer, and yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't gonna go anywhere. Fortunately, I mean, as weird as it sounds, fortunately, my parents got divorced, and I went with my dad, and then that's when I started living out in the middle of nowhere, which was better. Nowhere, no one was better than what I was in at that time, for sure. For sure. Another cool track of verse, verse, verse. You know, not a lot of fucking around, just straight to it. Verse, 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 cool beat. Cool hearing Prodigy on here. I don't really have anything to say in terms of the lyrics. You know, this is another thing too, is like as we go through these songs, lyrically, They're kind of saying what they're saying. There isn't really like any overarching theme as far as I can tell on this album. It's been pretty just straightforward, just tracks, and that's fine. No problem there. There was, what did I laugh? Oh yeah, inside my rap cookbook, paragraphs is gourmet. You pay about $5,000 a plate. That's a fucking great line right there. I love that. I like that a lot. My rap cookbook, my gourmet raps. That's something MF Doom would appreciate as well. The raps, I love that on food. I like to take the raps and the sample that he's using. Okay, well, there is one more track, and it's a big one. It's called If I Ruled the World. It's featuring Lauryn Hill, an excellent artist. This one by far has the most listens, 260 million streams. The Message is half that. And all the other songs are well under 50 million. So big single off of the album. The final track for It Was Written, If I Ruled the World, produced by Trackmasters, featuring Lauryn Hill, dropping in.
I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine going to court with no trial. Lifestyle cruising blue Bahama waters. No welfare supporters. More conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, my son got knocked. Evidently, it's elementary. They want us all gone eventually. Trooping out of state for a plate. Knowledge, if coke was cooked without the garbage, we'd all have the top dollars. Imagine everybody flashing. Fashion, designer clothes. Lacing your click up with diamond rolls. Your people's holding dough, no parole, no rubbers. Going raw, imagine law with no undercovers. Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time. Watch the blimp read, the world is mine.
If I rule the world,
imagine that.
I free all my sons. I love them, baby. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
still living for today. In these last days until where to be paradise like relaxing. Black, Latino, and Anglo-Saxon. Amani exchange the range. Cash, lost tribe of Shabazz. Free at last, brand new whips to crash. Then we laugh in the illa path. The villa houses for the crew, how we do. Trees for breakfast. Dime sexes have been stretches. So many years of depression make me vision the better living. Type of place to raise kids in. Opening eyes to the lies. History's told foul, but I'm as wise
neat
as
layer here on the production.
Child, seeing things like I was controlling, click rolling. Tricking 6 digits on kicks and still holding.
What is this? Reverse Fiends to Willies. What does that mean? I'd let Coretta Scott King mayor the cities and reverse Fiends to Willies. Coretta Scott King was the widow of Martin Luther King. She headed the civil rights movement after his assassination, as well as making Mayor Nas would reverse the inner city blight caused by crack, turning former addicts into successful members of the community, like Wilson Willie Good, the first black mayor of Philadelphia. I see. Willie is from the slang Big Willie used in NYC back in the day. Okay, that makes sense. I had no idea what that meant. Cool song. Let's keep going. I'll let it finish, and then we'll kind of peer through the lyrics a little bit more.
black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
still living for today in these last days and times.
We'll walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun, we won't land. We'll walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun, we won't land.
Cause you can have all the chips, be poor or rich, still nobody want a nigga have a shit. If I ruled the world and everything in it, sky's the limit. I push the Q45 infinite. It wouldn't be no such thing as jealousies or beef felony. Strictly living longevity to the destiny I thought I'd never see, but reality struck. Better find out before your time's out. What the fuck?
If I rule the world,
imagine that.
I free all my sons. I love them, baby. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
Huh.
If I rule the world,
I love them, baby.
Huh. You know, I of course, part of me wanted to like, you know, oh look, they're talking. He wants everybody to have, you know, diamonds and clothes and all this other shit, and you know, what a waste of money. You know, my normal bullshit, right? But I think really it's more the idea of removing financial strain from people's lives. That is huge. That is just huge. I do like this though. Brand new whips to crash. Then we laugh at another path. I mean, that's a fun life where you've got so much money you just go crash your new car. Like, that was fun. a little wasteful, sure, but you know, really I think that's the idea is financial stress is an ass kicker, man. An ass kicker. It's just awful. It's very, very difficult to enjoy your life, to sleep well, eat well, all that stuff, right? When you're under financial strain. You know, honestly, with as many listens as that song has, I thought it'd be a little bit more. I was kind of like, oh, okay. Good song. Enjoyed it. But I had higher expectations, honestly. Trips to Paris. I'd civilize every savage. Give me one shot, I'd turn trife life to lavish. Political prisoners set free, stress-free, no more work release, purple M3s and jet skis, feel the wind breeze in the West Indies. That sounds amazing. That right there is just amazing. You got my vote, Nas. Go ahead. You can go ahead and rule the world. If that's what we're going to have, hell yeah, I'm on board. Cool hearing Lauryn Hill again. I haven't put on Miseducation in a while. I still need to listen to The Score by Fugees. I need to do that. What is this part? Oh, it's a sample. So this Walk Right Up to the Sun Hand in Hand is from the 1972 song Walk Right Up to the Sun by the Delphonics. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard that. The appropriation of Delphonics is meant to convey I can't pronounce this word, a mood where Nas walks to the sun could be interpreted as a walk to the sun as a reference to the second coming of Christ. This is also reminiscent of the cover illustration of The People Can Fly book by Virginia Hamilton, where African American people are seen ascending into the sky to an unrevealed destination. Okay, sure, that makes sense. Well, I feel a little better. That's kind of nice. So that's a pretty positive critique for the album, where it physically made me feel better than when I started. I kind of felt crappy. I still don't feel great, but I feel better. You know, good album. What's the track off Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z? I think it's off Reasonable Doubt. Maybe it's not. But there's one where Jay-Z's talking about Nas, right? And he had one good one, and then one that was kind of and then all these other ones. So that's 2 out of every 5. That means what? 1 every 10 years or so. That whole bit. And so I was really curious, you know, after hearing that song, and there's so much reverence for Illmatic. And I've heard different opinions on this one. Some people say it's not that great. It's kind of you know, Jay-Z included. Some people have said this is their favorite Nas album. I enjoy it. I think it's a good album. I'm really curious to hear more. Hear it again. Let's see, what was my favorite? Affirmative Action was really fucking cool. I liked verse. That was good. Nas is coming. I want to hear that one again. All of us want to hear again. Black Girl Lost. Setup was cool. Shootouts was pretty good. The message is great. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a cool album, but I need more time with it. Really. I really do need more time with it. Which is kind of a little surprising. I've noticed recently, last few months or so, as I go through these albums, I've gotten a little bit better at kind of establishing my opinion on one listen. Not that it's set in stone. I mean, my opinion still shifts around. But there have been times before where I listen to an album for the first time and go, you know, maybe I don't really like it, or I think it's amazing. And then when I listen to it more, my opinion shifts a decent amount from that original opinion off of the first listen. So it's a little surprising for me now when I've gotten away from that, where more recently, first listen, that opinion I have tends to be the realm I stay in. This one, I don't really have a strong opinion. I think the ups are good flow, good rhyming schemes, good beats. Kind of the downs would be, there are some tracks I feel like, you know, he's saying some stuff. It feels like he's already said it in previous songs. You know, some of it feels like he's rhyming just for the sake of rhyming. He's not really necessarily saying anything in terms of, you know, a message or a theme inside the song. And, you know, that's not a problem. It does show how versatile and how complicated and how many different ways you can go with rap. You can focus on your flow. You can focus on your rhyming scheme. You can focus on your lyrics. You can focus on a story being told. You can focus on your pitch, your sound. There's so many elements to rap, the act of rapping. And then when you put writing into the mix as well, now there's a whole other, you know, it's like a dual level of complication. And it's fascinating because it's almost like in, you know, those video games where you've got your character stats in like the circle, and it's like you can improve this stat, but it pulls this one back towards the center, like the outer circle being 100 or whatever, and the inner being, you know, a lower score. You only have so many points, right? And you can move points here, but it takes points away from there. And because when you think about, at least when I think about different rappers, you can tell what they focus on. Some guys really focus on rhyming schemes like this. Some guys really focus on their inflection and voice or singing a little bit or whatever. And it is incredible how it just seems like you can't, even if you have the ability to do all of it at the same time, it's almost like rap is too complex to allow all of these elements to be present at the same time. There just isn't enough room, maybe. Or maybe no one's ever really pulled it off all the way. You know, I don't know. It's fascinating. It's kind of, this is why I tell people who, you know, when they talk to me about the channel who don't really listen to hip hop, I tell them rap is hip hop's version of playing the guitar. In rock and metal, playing the guitar is a huge, huge part. There's always a debate. Who's the best guitarist? Who's the best guitar? Just like in hip hop with who's the best rapper. And just like in rap, playing the guitar, everyone's got their own style. Everyone's got their own sound, and they focus on this or they focus on that. And you hear a guitar, so, oh, that's so-and-so. Like you can just tell immediately. And so I feel like those two aspects are very much parallel to each other. But like the guitar too, you know, you can focus on speed, but then because you're going fast, you can't do this other thing. It's fascinating. It really is fascinating, man. These tugs and pulls of trying to create something, and in certain ways, you can't do it all. You just can't, because choosing to do it this way means you're choosing to not do it this way. Nothing to really do with the album, I suppose, just me wandering mentally around. Okay, well, I'm gonna rest. I feel better, but I am still just tired and achy. I feel like my squeaky chair just. All right, y'all. That was a good album. I'm gonna put it on again. I'm just gonna let it sit for a while. Just listen to it, let it simmer, let it percolate in the mind, and yeah, we'll see y'all very, very soon. Take care.